Hey guys, it's Nicole, and we're back here again with another episode of Ricky and Nikki Connect.
That's right.
In light of Valentine's Day, because it is this month,
Yep.
we decided that we would talk about, what are we talking about?
Valentine's Day.
We're not talking about Valentine's Day. We're talking about intimacy in marriage.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good topic.
I love it.
So we were just talking about how society likes to portray intimacy outside of marriage or before marriage as something that's like passionate and great and spontaneous and just, ideal. But then after you get married, you hear crickets.
You never find where couples are getting together in movies. Like, I can't count how many movies that you see where it's like, all right, we're married and we're going to do something. Usually in the movies, you're seeing, okay, the parents are waking up, the kids are all over the place, screaming. They're waking up with a dog licking them in the face.
Just non-ideal stuff that just makes marriage or the sex life and intimacy in marriage seem really dry, boring, or it just doesn't happen at all. So we were thinking to ourselves, why don't we just discuss life after marriage, intimacy, and sex? Because I think it's something that needs to be talked about. We need to talk about it.
We have to talk about it.
This is ridiculous because we're supposed to be like glorifying what's positive and what's good in marriage, but unfortunately, this conversation just doesn't happen at all.
No, it doesn't happen.
I don't know why.
It doesn't happen. I mean, people, some people look forward to marriage, like, oh man, I want to have sex. I have a lot of it. But then they look at married couples. Married couples ain't even talking about it.
We never talk about it.
It's not to say that, put your business out there, like, oh yeah, I did this, I did that, I did this yesterday, the day before I did that, the day before I did that.
No,
not saying do all that. But it's like,
talk about it. Say like, hey, sex is great. Marriage is wonderful. You should try it, So
exactly.
we decided that we want to talk about some of the key issues that affect us in terms of how we look at sex after marriage.
One thing is that intimacy has to start before you get to the bedroom.
Definitely. I feel like especially from a female perspective, it's very important that you definitely start the talk before you actually get home. Husbands should not come home after a long day, look around, see a mess, no, hey, how you doing? Just coming up behind your wife as she's cleaning dishes and you just start rubbing, groping, no conversation all day, no phone calls, no text, no I love you, no hey.
Why did you sound like she's talking from personal experience?
And then they just come up and it's like you're supposed to just be like, I'm ready. No, that's not how it is.
It's different for guys because guys, like, if it's raining, all right, we're ready. If it's snowing, we're ready. If the sun is out, we're ready. Oh, the Eagles just won, all right, we're ready. It's just like we're ready. But, she's right. I mean, we got to look at it differently. I mean, what gets women ready is the preparation or things that, like around the house, things that are like tied to her emotionally.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think being a part of the family, participating in things, helping to take the load off of her more, showing that you care, finding out how she feels at the end of the day, having a conversation, all these things are part of intimacy. Physical touch beyond just, the kind of touch that leads to sex, but actually like a hug, a hand rub, holding your hand. Things like that all go a long way in beginning that intimacy way before the bedroom.
Yeah, but on the flip side too, some people assume that, the women are supposed to receive the romance, are supposed to receive the, you got to do this for me, you got to warm me up, you got to get me ready. But, guys want that too sometimes.
That's true.
I was reading it was saying, I think, 33% more men feel as though their spouse is not as romantically involved with them as, they would like. That's and that would turn guys on too. Yeah. So it's not only just it's not just okay, the guys, make sure you're doing things beforehand, make sure everything is right, make sure you're helping, putting a helping hand. But it's like, collectively together, like, okay, what can we both do to make this work? to get us both in the mood.
That's true. And it's right that you said that, because usually in movies and things, especially around this time of the year, it's like the husband's supposed to be bringing home the flowers and the chocolate, and he's supposed to be planning the dinner dates, and he's supposed to do all this stuff, and the women are just supposed to sit and receive. So I definitely understand that romance is a two-way street. So that's definitely something that women, let's think about that, especially this time of year. What can you do to increase the intimacy and the romance in your marriage? Don't just expect your husband to come home with the roses and you're supposed to just sit there and be like, oh, well, this is not the type of roses that I wanted, so I'm not giving it up. You know, you have to actually contribute to the romance.
I agree.
I like that.
I agree.
So you should definitely have discussions about it frequently while you're married. Definitely talk to your spouse about your expectations, like what you like,
what you don't like. I don't like it.
Don't like seriously. Like, I don't like it. Don't do it again. Or I like it.
I like it a lot.
More often.
Let's do it again.
Definitely have those conversations.
3 times.
Frequently.
I'm excited.
Frequently. Because how are they gonna know?
Yeah, how are you gonna know? I mean, you gotta talk about it. You know, you can't sit in your corner and be like, oh man, she don't do this, she don't do that. You know, talk about it.
Exactly.
You know, and as a couple, you guys should be open enough to say, hey, I mean, there's some boundaries that you guys set within your marriage of what you do and what you don't do, but at the same time, you both compromise and say, hey, you know, hey, this is what I would like. Yeah. You know, and most of the times, you know, you can be willing to do it.
Exactly.
It's up to you.
I think that, and having that transparency is a form of intimacy as well as being able to open up and share about that. People have been married for years and they don't even know like what their spouse likes. So, I mean, those are just a few things that we thought about in regards to sex and intimacy. That number one, we need to talk about it more. As married people, definitely, it's like positive peer pressure. Like, say something like, this is great, sex is awesome in marriage. And that way people will be able to say, hey, you know what? That's the kind of life I'm trying to live. I'm trying to be committed and dedicated to one person and enjoy my love life, my sex life with my spouse. Another thing is we need to turn around the negative viewpoint of sex after marriage, that it is great and that it exists.
Yeah.
Okay, because usually it's not talked about at all.
Yeah.
Women, step up your intimacy and romance game. Definitely don't rely on your husband to romanticize and to bring you the flowers and the champagne. Try something different this year. Actually go out on a limb for him, and I'm speaking to myself.
Fellas, it starts before the bedroom. You know, come in the house, help clean up, help vacuum. So when the wife gets home from her long day, you know, everything is spick and span, everything is neat, making sure she goes out to her car's already filled up with gas, car's cleaned out, the kids are already taken care of.
Wow.
So when she goes off to work in the morning, you have things ready for her. You never know, she may stay around for a couple more minutes. Hey, you never know, you know? But just try to do your part, man. You know, the biggest thing is this, really being committed to each other and saying, I'm going to do whatever it takes to fulfill you.
That's it.
You know, that's what we have to do as couples, is say, you know, I want to give everything to you, not in hopes that person does the same thing back to you, just because you want to say, hey, you know, I want to commit 100% to you, because that's what I committed to in holy matrimony before God. You know, so those are our tips for you guys. Hey, comment, respond, like, dislike, whatever. I don't care.
Don't do the dislike.
I don't care.
Don't do the dislike.
Whatever you want.
But definitely share and contribute, because we really want to hear your feedback. And so, hey, there might even be a part 2 to this, depending on the response that we get. But we want
to push this, and we want to glorify marriage. We want marriage to be lifted up, man, because a lot of times right now, marriages are struggling. Marriages are falling apart. Divorce rates are rising every which way. Kids are suffering from it. And people aren't really seeing marriage as something that they want to do anymore. You know, waiting to get later and later in life to get married because they want to do them. So, guys, let's just push marriage, show how great marriage can be. And if your marriage isn't great, you'll start working on it.
Yeah, definitely. So we want to promote marriage positivity. This is a marriage positive channel, and we hope that you will contribute and enjoy. So that's, once again, we have another episode of Ricky and Nikki Connect.
This is Ricky, and we're at Ricky and Nikki Connect. See you later.
It's my channel.